Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Truth Tiger here, and I'm gonna tell everybody about this one big trick that narcissists use to try to trap you in a relationship, and this trick can really mess with your self-esteem. So, narcissists will use an approval feedback loop trick, where essentially they will get you in a position where you want to gain the approval of the narcissist, and they will withhold said approval. And then there is this carrot and stick sort of thing where, you as a victim of narcissistic abuse become desperate and you're really trying to get that approval, and they're holding it more and more and more and more over your head, and you can just never get it. Some of the ways they'll initiate this is by unnecessarily criticizing your accomplishments or unnecessarily devaluing your accomplishments, or by looking at something you do and be like, well, it's all right, but it's not quite good enough. It has these, flaws to it. Or, they are your parent or something like that, and you inherently do want to gain some approval, and they hold that over your head. Or just you're in a relationship with them or something like that, and you want just the relationship to go well. You don't want to rock the boat, so you want to you want them to be happy, so there's not going to be problems or drama. There's a multitude of ways that they set this up, but essentially it's just you want to earn their praise, their acceptance, their validation. On some level, you want to earn that from them, and they know that. And because of that, they keep that as a carrot on a string, and you're always trying to do all this stuff to try to please this person, make this person happy, whatever. And even though you are good and you are good enough, this is the way they gaslight you. This is how they keep you gaslit, They're always telling you you're bad, and you're not good enough, and it's not quite enough, or they're downright saying it's terrible, it's the worst, it's awful, And it really gets you stuck and trapped, where you're just like, man, if I just do this one thing, it'll finally make them happy. If I just do this one favor, this one chore, this one whatever, if I just listen to this one thing they say, or, whatever it is, if I just do this one thing, they will finally approve of me. And no, they won't. They never will. The only way you really gain a narcissist's approval in the end of the day is by walking away and by standing up and by saying no. And you don't want the approval of a narcissist anyways. A narcissist is a cockroach. A narcissist is trash on the ground. A narcissist is dog poop. You don't want the approval of somebody like that anyways, So when you really know who they are, you wouldn't even want the approval of such a pile of trash like that. But again, they try to make you think they're a good person with love bombing you. So a lot of times in romantic relationships in the very beginning, they'll act all nice to you and act all fake and kiss up and all this stuff. Or, if it's your parents, all of a sudden they're just being nice to you at random and all this stuff. And, whenever the narcs start being nice, it's to butter you up, it's to stop you from leaving, or it's to get you to perceive of them as a good person. And you'll notice that that kind of goes away pretty quick, and they go back to being mean and nasty, And another way they try to trick you into thinking they're decent, and I see this a lot, is they try to make themselves into essentially an authority figure. And if they already are your parent or your teacher or your coach or a pastor or some kind of religious figure or some kind of therapist or mental health professional or politician or business owner or CEO or community organizer, or man, there's so many legitimate authority positions that unfortunately narcissists can obtain. Police officer, doctor, oh my God, but yeah, so if they already have that authority of some kind from society, they will try to use that as a way to make you think they're a good person and make you think that they are someone who, whose praise and recognition and acceptance you should earn, when even if they do have that stuff, in a spiritual sense and in the sense of whatever, they could have as much earthly stuff as they want, but they're garbage, they're literally trash. The trash is a compliment. Like if I say a narcissist is a piece of garbage, I'm actually complimenting them. If I say a narcissist is a piece of dog crap, that's a compliment to them. That's me being nice, you know? Because they're much worse than that. Actually, calling them a cockroach, that's an insult to an actual cockroach, you know? Like, that's how disgusting and low these people are. And like, look, even if they don't have any sort of authority in the world whatsoever, they'll try to invent it. They'll try to just sort of present themselves as, they'll try to act smarter than they are, or they'll just be really act all authoritarian and domineering and angry and weird, or they'll try to act like they're this big, great, cool guy or whatever. Whether there is any legitimate authority to them or not, they will try to sort of conjure up that image of themselves as an authority figure and as someone whose approval you would want. When, I mean, the thing about a narc, they could have all the money in the world, whatever. Like, I'm gonna look at them and I'm gonna see, I'm gonna see dog crap, because that's what they are. You know, they are just a sack of crap. You know, like literally a big old sack of crap. But and like, look, even if they're not doing well in life, like I've even seen this with narcissists where they're broke, they're in debt, they have no money, they're pretending like they have some business when they don't, or I'm in this real estate business or whatever, or they're doing some pyramid scheme and they're acting like they own a business or something, or, you know, just whatever. I've had a narcissist lie to me about having a PhD, you know, whatever they can do, they're going to try to conjure up this fake sense of authority, that, you know, yeah, and they'll use that to try to make you want their approval. But like, just don't get caught in that cycle, because like when people get caught in that cycle, and it's unfortunate, and I've had to deal with this a little bit with teachers and people in the church, and just, you know, people in general. I've had to deal with this but like when you get trapped in that, it's like you're really like, oh my God, like you're doing everything, you're giving them everything, you're making yourself into a doormat, and it's just like, it's not, it just gets worse, you know, it just gets worse. It's like not enough, you know, it's never enough, and you're just running around like crazy doing everything to try to please this person, and they're just like, no, you're not good enough, you suck, you know, and it's just like, oh my God, like, and the thing is like the more you try to gain their approval, the more they're going to abuse. And this is a very, very abusive thing they do. Like I mean, I'm not going to mince words. This is big, 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 big time psychological and emotional abuse that they are enacting. Like this is an incredibly abusive, evil, and disgusting, despicable, nasty, horrible, horrible thing that they are doing. And, you know, God in heaven, send them downstairs, send them to hell, send them to the fire, send them to the flame, burn them, you know, torture their soul for all eternity. You know, they are awful, awful people, and they don't deserve good things to happen to them. And the thing is like people in the comments will say, well, you got to forgive everybody and all this kind of stuff. Like there are people who are unforgivable, who go too far, like someone who's going to just abuse someone for years and years and years like that. Like at some point they are beyond the point of salvation. Jesus Christ is not going to save them, and they're going to go into the fire, you know, people that just do this consistently on and on and on, you know, and just don't learn their lesson, don't stop. Like it's disgusting, you know. And I mean, this is a little bit of a rant off to the side, but if someone's an alcoholic or whatever, they're doing that to themselves. Like if someone's doing this, they're doing it to another person, you know. And this is very, very horrible, you know. And like, don't get trapped in this cycle of things just never being good enough, you know, because it's like you really, especially if they're a parent, you're just like, please, Dad, give me some approval. Please, Mom, give me some acceptance. You know, you're just like, please, how can I get approval? How can I get acceptance from this person? How can I just get this person to please like me, you know? And it's just like, they never will. They never will, you know, and at the end of the day, you have to walk away. You know, you have to just find your own self-worth, you know, because in this whole process, they are trying to damage your self-esteem, damage your self-worth. You know, they're just trying to yeah, they're just trying to damage your self-esteem and your self-worth as much as possible and make you feel so horrible about yourself and like you're so worthless and you don't have any value. So then all the more you're just like, if I could just please get this one shred of approval from this person that's been just withholding it from me forever. If I can just get this one little shred of approval, things will be fine. And it's like, no, like this is all just a game of sabotage against you. This is all just a campaign against you. Like these narcissists, as hard as it is, it's like, you know, they're your parents, they're your spouse, they're a close friend, they're your siblings, they're whatever. Like, they're not your friend. They are 100% your enemy. They're your enemy, and they are there to work a campaign against you. They are jealous, they are weird, they are creepy, and they are 100% not your friend. I mean, it sucks because they're the people closest to you, but you have to realize, like, this person is not my friend. They are my enemy. They are working against me. They are working to hurt me. They are working to sabotage me. And anything, you know, where I think they're a decent person, that's just love bombing and manipulation and just weird stuff they're doing, you know? So, yeah, everybody. Yeah, so when narcissists do this to you, where you're just like, oh my God, like, and you know, I can hear of a lot of scenarios where people are just like bending over backwards and just like, please, you know, give me some approval, some praise, something. Like, nope, it's not going to happen, you know? The reason why is because of how evil and low and horrible they are. Just remember, like, the narcissist is just dog crap. They're a cockroach. So, there's no goodness in them whatsoever. They're just terrible people. So, yeah, everybody, thanks for watching this video, and God bless.